Hello, how are you doing? How is everybody on the panel tonight?
I'm good. I wasn't hyped until I heard the theme music, and now
I know it's a bit.
now I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you're ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as usual, ladies and gents, we're joined by my three, because I'm one of them. Three good friends. First of all, James T. Keegan. How you doing, James?
Heyo.
Heyo.
Hello.
Are you well?
I'm very well. Always happy on these shows, you know. So with my friends.
Good man. And we're going to be talking. There's lots of exciting games news. Can't believe I'm saying that. Lots of exciting games news.
I actually have something to talk about. You might care about, you know. So
good stuff. And we've got comic lad Simon. How are you doing, Simon?
I'm all right. How are you?
Not so bad, mate. Thank you very much. And finally, everybody's favorite attention-seeking geek, Ben. How are you doing, Ben?
I'm good. I'm just looking forward to you introducing your friend Peter.
I can't. He's very shy.
That exchange.
Very shy. In the comments, we have got, as usual, good old StreamYard.
Quack.
We've got good old Fuzzy. Nice to see you, Fuzzy. Thank you for joining me. We've got Ian Carter. Nice to see you, Ian. Ian, I still haven't sent you your comics. I must send you your comics. I humbly apologise. That's about 3-4 weeks ago, that. Never mind. Yes. Sorry. And we've got Andy. How are you doing, Andy? Can't wait to see the small section. Yeah. Okie dokie, guys. So, usual stuff. We're going to go through a whole host of different toy-related news. This is the kind of stuff we're going to touch on tonight. Now, I know this is a toy show, but we're all geeks, and I didn't feel we could move past talking a little bit about this.
Oh, yeah.
That's come out today. So, for anybody that doesn't know, this is the new Black Panther trailer, and it's absolutely phenomenal. What do you got? Has everybody seen it?
Yep.
Ben, I know you'll have seen it.
Multiple times, yeah. Three or four.
James, Simon, have you guys seen it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
Right when it came out, yeah.
Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Let me know in the comments what you guys have thought of this trailer. But what did you think of Nemo's little wing things going little 90 to the dozen?
I love it.
That's always just how in my mind's eye I've pictured it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen, I was part of a few different chats, and people that are sort of less initiated into the books, like, I think have been quite taken aback by it. Like, what, like, are those little wings on his feet? You know what I mean? Like, shocked by it. And I'm like, yeah, that's like from the books and stuff. But it does pose the question, you know, if they're going to go all in with the wings, Captain America's helmet should flutter.
Yeah.
And what about the Black Panther costume? I mean, I love that. I think it looks tremendous.
Yeah, I like the
really
kind of blue lights, like almost LED lights coming off of it as well, and the gold on it. Yeah, it's very cool.
If I'm nitpicking, I would have liked her to have had the light white fur that she's got in the books. Yeah, but maybe that'll come.
No, it might come. I mean, and we'll get to it in a little bit, because one of the small scale figures we're going to look at is the Ironheart figure. And I have to say, I haven't looked at the toy. It didn't necessarily float me boat, the design of it, but it looked tremendous in this.
Usually, though, like, I think, you know, everyone said the same thing with Gore the God Butcher, and that look really works in that movie. Yeah. So I think, you know, a lot of the time the toy looks worse.
You know, the armor she builds it using a car.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, so.
But it doesn't look like a car in the toy figure. I don't think.
No.
I mean, we'll get to it in a bit, but I don't know. There's something.
Just look at that shot of Namor, man. It's incredible. Like, it's just such service. But yeah, the again, like, I've now cried at both trailers. Like, I'm genuinely concerned for my emotional state after this film. Yeah,
I didn't cry. I have to say, I didn't cry. No.
The first trailer definitely hit me really emotionally, but this one,
did you cry, James?
No, I was just the first time I welled up a little bit. Yeah, but this one was more like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. You know, that's sort of my.
I kind of cried on that level. Like, it was like, obviously the Chadwick things that like always get to me, but I kind of cried on like man, this is everything I need.
Yeah. Fuzzy's just coming in there saying that the Ironheart figure looks like a knocked off Power Ranger. You're not wrong, Fuzzy. Now, you know when we've talked about these kind of shows before that my big bugbear is usually CGI, and I don't want to be negative. I'm going to be negative. I don't want to be negative, but this little image here of Namor when he does his kind of flying, not the bit with the wings where you see him rise.
It's like jumping.
Yeah, it didn't look great.
I didn't even note the CG because I thought the actual action.
I thought it was actually flying.
No, but I thought the action itself was so cool that I didn't notice that the CG looked wonky.
Go back and watch it. Maybe it's just that I'm.
It's still not as bad as She-Hulk.
Yeah, very true. Anyway, looks tremendous. I thought the trailer was superb. Really looking forward to that. Okay, guys. So let's get on with the show, and we'll start off with a closer look. It was a quick one. That didn't get to take half a drink.
Where do you find
to
these?
drink then, didn't we?
Okay, guys. So what we're going to look at tonight, in brief, is this bad boy. So this is something that I think I first became aware of when Ben sent the image through to me. And I used to collect sticker albums a lot back in the 40s when I was a kid. And I've got a fair few of them, and I haven't picked any up for a long time. But I have to say, this appealed to us. And then Luke from Hydra Collectibles jumped on and mentioned that he wanted to do kind of a swap shop kind of thing. So I wondered if a few of you would be interested in picking them up. So I went and I've bought this collection. It was quite reasonable price, 32 quid, I think. You get the album, a box of 36 stickers or something, and some of the cards. So it's worth picking up. Are you guys tempted by this?
Didn't they used to like come free in magazines you'd buy? Like the first issue?
The sticker album did, yeah.
Well, this is one of them things where like the first issue is free and the next one costs a $5 or whatever. Like,
no. Sorry, Simon?
Where did you pick it up from?
The Panini website, the actual website.
Panini website, yeah. So they're not like doing them at like at Smith's or WH Smith's.
Well, I don't. The probably will be, but this set that I got seemed quite. I think it should have retailed for £38, and I got it for 32 free postage.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, Ben, are you going to get into this?
Yeah, like I really want to, but it's a lot of money, man. To like and like I just don't know if I'm in the game of like you spend money on like a booster pack or whatever, and you only get the one that you want, and then the rest is like that's just like in today's climate, if I'm going to waste my money, I at least want to waste it on something that I need. Do you know what I mean? Rather than like swapsies, like it's just not. And yeah, whilst it would be lovely, me, you, Luke, hopping on a stream.
What was your
it's like there's no playground for me to go into every week. Do you know what I mean? Every day.
Take it into work. Take it into work and show people
I
work. Do you want to swap some stickers? It'd be great.
Have any friends at work as it is, and I feel like that might make it worse. So yeah, I do really want to, but I'm struggling to swallow the price. But I think it might be one of those things that, like, if I do see it in a Smith's, I might just pick up the blank album or whatever, and then pick up a couple of packs and see how I go from there.
Well, I'm quite looking forward to it because I haven't collected stickers for a while, and I know Phil from Phil's Nerdyverse is interested. Andy's saying that he likes a good swapsy. There are shinies, Andy. I've already checked that out. I like a good shiny. So if anybody is interested in taking part
we all used to collect stickers, didn't we, when we were young? Yeah. So what was everyone's first sticker collection book?
Oh, He-Man. Straight off.
Mine was actually WWE.
Yeah, I think WWE. Yeah. I actually recently did a WWE sticker collection about 3 years ago, and it was really good fun to do. But I did literally end up just buying the ones I needed on eBay individually, which kind of takes away.
I've still got my Pogs collection and things like that because I got the full Star Wars ones. So,
yeah. Tazos. I collect my. I kept my Tazo Return of the Jedi Tazo collection. I've still got that. Yeah, very special.
I was busy talking to girls and stuff. So
Oh, here we go.
I mean, let's be honest,
He's
James.
full
Nobody
of
believes
shit.
that. Yeah. Right.
Firstly, okay, when that Return of the Jedi collection, he would have been about 2. Okay, and Peter, you can't laugh. You would have been 20. So
I was still collecting them. Yeah. Right, guys. Moving on. We'll go straight on to our 1/6 scale. Okie dokie, Ben. What we got?
Hello, I'm Trevor McDonald, and this is the 1/6 scale collecting news. Okay, so not a lot of releases. Not a lot of releases going on. So of course this is from between sort of the last show and this month. I've sort of tried to collate everything that's come out. Bit of an interesting move on Hot Toys' behalf with the Boba, because so basically what happened is Sideshow Collectibles got him before the Hong Kong market.
Right.
So usually the Hong Kong market gets it first. We get what they call blogger photos, where like Hot Toys put out like, this is now released. Here are some photos, and then your resellers like Toys Wonderland and places like that will get it first. Sideshow usually is kind of notoriously a lot later than that, like sometimes even a couple of months or at least like a month. So this time round, Sideshow got it first, so it just kind of appeared in people's collections and stuff and in review videos, but like of people in America, and Sideshow basically got this first. So a sort of interesting shift, maybe a tactical sort of thing going on between Hot Toys and Toys Wonderland, Hot Toys and Sideshow Collectibles there. So it can only be a good thing, I think, because then potentially us here in the UK and America, we're going to get things before that Hong Kong market. But yeah, so that happened, and then we got the Spider-Man web kind of Disney Park exclusive. So it was a D23 exclusive release, and it kind of came as you saw. You get the suit that you see in the Disney parks underneath and everything. Then you got the hoodie, you got like a book, a little soda can, and this churro there, which has become the talk of the town, the churro, because about 3 weeks later, or not even that, like 2 weeks later from this exclusive release for D23, Hot Toys announces exactly the same figure with pretty much everything, but the chorus and the soda can doesn't come with it. So exclusive my
Exactly
ass.
the same.
But again, only a good thing for some people at least, because what happened is the D23 like scalpers were putting this online for about $1,000, and people were spending that. And then 2 weeks later, they've released it in general release, for retail. So my heart does go out for anyone that forked out massive amounts. But I'm quite tempted to pick this up when I'm actually in Disney. So I go to Disney next summer, the Paris one, and if they've got them there, I'll definitely be tempted to use my discount in the shop, and it'll be a nice memento of the trip. I'm not sure my wife will share that sentiment, but yeah.
I mean, we've talked about it before, Ben. There's some strange stuff going on with Hot Toys, and I've picked up old figures that they've said they wouldn't re-release, and then they have re-released it and stuff like that. And I noticed today, I don't think we've got it on the slides, but I noticed today they've re-released War Machine, original War Machine. You would be pretty paid off if you've spent a lot of money on the OG one, and then you're getting a rehashed one.
Yeah, I mean the thing with War Machine, it was quite a while ago, and it's a straight up reissue. So it's not like one of these cloaked reissues where, oh no, it's updated accessories or whatever. Like it's that War Machine is just a reissue. It's a standard reissue. So I think it's a good thing because it gives people the opportunity. But
That's because you
Even
want
so,
one.
I really want one.
Yeah.
I would really like that figure. I can't afford those Iron Man figures though, like, because die cast you're looking at like 350 to 400 minimum, and that's beyond my glass ceiling, unfortunately. So yeah, if ever fate decides to land one in my lap, great.
It is funny how, like, most of the time when Hot Toys announce something, it's 2+ years away. But then you have like the Spider-Man where it's announced and then released within a couple of weeks. Like, even as an exclusive, you know?
Yeah, it's
strange.
it's weird. I mean, they're just so secretive, you know, like, because some of these ones where they drop and it's like an immediate release, it's like they've had that for secret for so long with no one knowing, you know.
Ian Carter's just making an interesting comment there. Ben, wonder if they'll do an Indiana Jones for the new film. I know you recently picked one up, and I've got one on order from a third party. But yeah,
Yes.
I'd like to see a Hot Toys indie would be good.
It's a long time coming. I mean, Hot Toys did do a DX indie a long time ago, and it's not aged particularly well, I don't think. So yeah, the kind of only option now is that Present Toys one, which is fantastic, but it is still a third party, so you know, it can only be so good. So yeah, I'd definitely be down for a re-release.
An indie. Announcements.
Yeah, more announcements than releases, which is just, I mean, I don't know how they're going to catch up with themselves at this rate. Like, I really don't. The announcements are stacking up and up. The releases are like going down and down. Like, the ratios seem scary at the moment. But anyway, here we are. Talking about re-releases, you've got the tactical suit Batman from Justice League there. Did anyone ask for this? I don't think so.
No.
But it's coming. Speaking of things people didn't ask for, we're getting the Iron Man Neon Tech gantry.
That the blue thing?
That's the that's the blue thing. Yeah, sort of Iron Man meets Tron. Hey, look, you know, I think if people have kind of gone into that niche because there's multiple different neon techs now, good for them, because I think it could look cool if that's your thing, but it's just a gimmicky, it's another Iron Man. Bore off. Anyway, actually no, let's while I'm moaning about Iron Men and re-releases, so the Mark, oh gosh, you're gonna have to help me out here, boys. What Mark
suitcase
is that?
one, isn't it?
Mark 4?
Yeah, the Mark suitcase, as it's officially known.
That's what it says on the box. I've seen it.
I'm pretty sure it's Mark 4 because it's 1 to 3 is the first movie, and then this is the fourth one. Yeah.
Okay.
Mark Samsonite, isn't it?
We will Mark Samsonite. This is one of the re-releases that isn't a re-release because it's remodel, it's retooled, you know, it's like a new body and stuff apparently, and it comes with a base that is like kind of like the destruction of the of one of the Formula One vehicles, but it's like not to scale. So like,
looks shit.
Oh, that's
the
weird.
vehicle's small, so it just looks stupid and shit. Like so yeah, another head scratching decision from Hot Toys there. But let's move on to the positives. And one of the big positives is that we are getting the Valkyrie finally. So of course that was one of the names that I listed in my video when I moaned about, you know, Marvel characters.
Looks amazing.
They could have released. It's incredible. It really is amazing. The you know, the braids, the sort of cornrows and stuff are just look incredible. And yeah, it's a really, really cool release. So she actually comes with the Thunder, you know, thing that she got from Zeus or whatever.
And there's a Korg face, isn't there, that you can tie to
yeah. And he's in like whistling pose as well. Like, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. That's it. Peter loves it.
It's shit. Honestly, the film's dreadful. Do you know what the problem is? I absolutely love that figure. but it reminds us of the film, and I cannot bear it.
That's basically the same.
But she would look
as
very good stood next to me
Austin.
Heimdall, wouldn't she? Because I've got a Heimdall now. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
They
she's
just
such a
need-
massive
They just need
character.
to release the goats next, don't they?
Yeah.
If they released the 1/6 scale Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder, I would be tempted. Legit, I would have them either side of Korg. Yes, please. Anyway, Cobb Vanth is coming as well. That's another one that's it got shown for like the last year at like every toy fair and exhibition Hot Toys have had, but never shown the actual Timothy Oliphant head sculpt. So we finally kind of get a look at that. I know a lot of people are calling it what's his face, Billy. Do you know the actor Billy? What's his name?
Crystal.
Who's in
Isla.
in Bad Santa? That actor.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying it looks like Billy Bob Thornton.
It does look a bit like him, doesn't it?
Yeah,
But I think
I can't unsee
the
it.
elephant does as well.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a really cool figure. But what was interesting about this is that immediately the question on people's lips were, can the armor be taken off? Because obviously we've had Cad Bane released, and like people want to recreate that scene or have them kind of side by side. And Hot Toys never do this. They never like listen and react.
Next, they make it buy a whole another one, wouldn't they?
Yeah, within a day they released a picture without the armor on, confirming that you can take that armor off. So,
Is he on your wish list?
He wasn't until they showed the picture that you can take the armor off, and now that I can see you can do that, I kind of
looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I would like to have him with Cad Bane, but I almost want him with Cad Bane. I'd almost want to clear this all out and cover it in sand, put a backdrop up, and literally have like Cad there and Cobb there, and
that
just
would
like
look so
how
sick.
cool would that look?
I have to say that would look pretty good. Yeah.
If that's not the quactor calling the stifling slimy. But yeah, so that was my Cad Bane. And lastly,
sorry Ben, before you move on, Andy's asked a really interesting question there. Is it possible to get a boxed Hot Toy graded? I've never seen. I know you can get.
I believe so. Graded. Yeah, I think so. I don't see the point because these are so high. Like these are premium products. Why would you keep one in the box? Like it just, I can't fathom.
You could have them vacuum formed into plastic like carbonite. Like you could carbonite them and grade them.
You can get basically anything, any collectible graded. So I would imagine so.
Yeah, I've not seen it, but it wouldn't surprise me. And the way things are going, I probably next week we'll be talking about it. But yeah, no. And the last thing then is the announcement of the Black Adam figure. Now, it's not just one Black Adam figure. No, it's not just two. 3 Black Adam figures. Actually, technically 4 SKUs for this, which is wild, really. But clearly they've invested a lot in. Let's hope it's not a shit film, eh?
Yeah.
So of course we get our first Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in Hot Toys form there. Fuzzy Dunlop, I grade my farts. Brilliant. That's why we love you, Fuzzy. I don't know. What do you think of the Black Adam figure?
First of all, I think I messaged you. I hate the kind of the plastic lightning effects. They've got them on the 4 figures. Awful stuff. I think the face sculpts for The Rock are superb, but I've got literally no interest in this figure. I think it's because I'm not.
Is that because you got no interest in the film? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I go and see the film and I love the film, I might change my opinion. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I could not give 2 shits about it, to be honest. Like, really.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not 4 Black Adam figures. It's like a Dr. Fate and a Hawkman and stuff, isn't it?
No. It's
4 Black Adam figures.
Yeah. So there's him with the black kind of gauntlets and belt. Then there's a deluxe version of that with the cape and everything, and the base and stuff. And then there's the gold one. I I can't remember. I've lost count now.
Haven't they been as well for the face sculpts? Isn't there one of them looks like that classic kind of Rock rising? Lifting one eyebrow kind of.
You should have to have that
You
really.
gotta have that.
Because some people will buy this and just make a Rock, like do a Kit Bash Rock wrestler figure out of it. You know.
I have got to say, like the WWE fanboy in me is kind of like, oh man, even if the film's rubbish, this is a Rock figure. Like that's pretty damn cool. Like, and the idea of maybe having him and Cena's Peacemaker like on a shelf together kind of makes me happy.
Did they do a Shazam hot toy?
No. So this is the weird thing. Shazam got teased. They did tease a Shazam and they just never released it. So I don't know whether because it took them so long they decided to scrap it and they might do a Shazam for the new film.
Yeah.
I hope they do because that's the natural kind of display, isn't it? But
I will say I do on that figure, Ben. I noticed that the lightning bolt in his chest's light up. I quite like that. Yeah,
USB activated as well. So it's got a lot of people excited.
Yeah. Fuzzy's just saying there that the Flash and Black Adam film got no interest in whatsoever. I'm interested in the Flash because that's my favorite DC character. Not that interested in the movie for various reasons, but I am looking forward to seeing Michael Keaton back.
If that movie ever,
if it happens, if it happens. Now this is pretty sexy.
Ooh.
Yeah, so this is James. Ooh, hello.
Hello.
You know me. I like my Inquisitors. So.
Have we told you? Sorry for anybody that's listening, but has Ben told you his Obi-Wan story from the convention we went to recently?
No.
When a guy was in full cosplay,
full
cosplay, he looked he was superb as Obi-Wan, and as we passed him, Ben gave him a casual "hello there," and he went, "Harry." Like, no effort at all.
That's tragic.
Yeah, I was like, fuck my life. So this is just a tease. So of course we have the Reaver up for pre-order. We have Grand Inquisitor up for pre-order, but we don't have Fifth Brother, and Fourth Sister is also not up for pre-order yet. So those two are just kind of part of this tease ultimately. I was quite shocked by this, to be honest. I wasn't expecting this from Hot Toys. Like I thought they were kind of finished with Grand Inquisitor and Reaver and they'd call it a day on that. And at the very kind of at a stretch, maybe Fifth Brother, because he had a part to play in some of the scenes and stuff like that. But Fourth Sister, I mean, she had like one line. She literally did nothing. But I cry every night that I don't have a Plo Koon and a Kit Fisto from Hot Toys. So, and they don't do a lot either. So yeah, maybe it's a wrong argument, but I think they look great. I think they look really, really cool together. But they also look like £1,200 worth of collectibles altogether, which is a lot.
Oh yeah,
they do look very cool, Ben. I completely agree. But we've talked before, haven't we, about the fact that Hot Toys seem to start lines and don't finish them. So it's very strange. Some of the, like you've just said, minor characters they're showing we here when we haven't had complete lineups of bigger series. Yeah, it just feels a bit odd. Zan is saying that he likes these, and these are. I
would just picture a display of like all of them kneeling before like Darth Vader. I think that'd be cool if I had the money, but I don't. So it's a pipe dream for me.
Good stuff. So some interesting ones.
So a lot of this is I look at things. Oh, that's really cool. I want that, but I'm never going to get it. So I can dream though.
Anything is possible, James. If you just put your heart and mind to it.
Anything else on 1/6, Ben, before we'll move on?
No, I'm not going to lie. I've become quite disenchanted with 1/6 scale and just kind of that whole world. I think in the last month or so, I think Hot Toys just continue to make very baffling decisions. I just keep seeing the same stuff, and to be quite honest, I'm bored. There's just so much other kind of things I want to see represented in 1/6 scale form that we just don't get, and it's I don't know, I've kind of hit a bit of a wall with it. Also with my collection, I've kind of got to the point where I only want very specific things now. So a lot of the stuff I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, but Yeah, no, I've got
You
no
see,
place for it.
I'm much the same in terms of hot toys, but I keep seeing third-party stuff that just excites us. But then that takes us down a
But
rabbit
they're
hole.
the
So
only ones who make the interesting stuff for me now.
So-
they're the only guys who do that.
today I've seen, and I haven't got an image of it, but today I've seen the Cesar Romero Joker from the old Batman 66.
I saw that too.
Incredible.
I think the
Mars
mustache
Toys.
is too
Yeah,
pronounced.
I mean,
isn't it?
they only
Super
dropped the photos today. Otherwise, I would have
Yeah.
sent them over.
But could you imagine that stood next to a Batman and Robin from the 66 line? It would just be.
And also, Jazz Inc. made a 1/6 scale Batmobile from '66.
Yeah. So yeah. Nice. Nice.
Peter's listing his Hulkbuster on eBay as well.
Okie dokie, guys. So moving on.
That's more
Mr.
like it.
Keegan.
There we go. All right, so
No,
it's been
I
a
haven't
hot
checked
month
these
now.
slides, so I'm hoping they're all right. Just shout when you want us to move on.
Yep, sure. So it's been quite a hot month for games. Now this is the kind of big news of the last month. GTA 6. So some 17-year-old kid in England hacked into Rockstar servers and released about 6 hours of GTA 6 footage. Now GTA 6 hasn't been announced yet.
Give him a
I would
job in the
imagine-
government.
I think he's going to go to prison. But it's about, I'd say, 3 years away from release at the soonest. So it's very rough around the edges footage, but it gives you a little idea of kind of some of the stuff in the game. Seems to be taking a lot of cues from Red Dead in the way you can interact with pedestrians. There's a female protagonist now, so I think there's 2 main characters. They're going to be like brother and sister, I think, and so that'll be the first for the series as well. And it's rough looking, but it's really interesting to see a game at this stage in its development, and there's a lot of stuff I think when it's polished, it's going to look really cool. So
I thought it still looked amazing. Fuzzy, we know you're not 17.
I mean,
if you reverse those numbers, that's Fuzzy's real age.
I mean, Fuzzy, if you go to jail, mate, we're going to have to make sure you get an internet connection because you're one of our only subscribers. So we cannot lose you, mate. We'll fight for you. Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, James, I've got to say I did watch, the footage and stuff, and I was blown away. I thought it looked really good. I don't know whether it's because I haven't played a game for a long time or whatever, and I just sort of saw past all the roughness, and I was just like, man. So, right, this is on the internet now. I'm going to buy a console for this game when it comes out.
What kind of console, Ben?
Probably I think I'm a PlayStation boy. I was always a PlayStation boy.
I think that's Wolverine and Spider-Man and all those as well.
And that's the amazing thing. I kind of won't be bothered about a lot of the Halos and modern stuff like that. So I can go back and get those kind of Spider-Man games, and so in a couple of years' time, I think I'm going to invest. Or what do you reckon? 3 years this will take?
At the soonest, I think 3 years. Rockstar used to do a game a year. It was the company that does Grand Theft Auto. They used to do a game a year, then a game every 2 or 3 years. GTA 5 came out in 2013, then Red Dead came out in 2019. So 6 years between games. So I would say we're about 3 years away from this.
James, I'm well behind. The last console I bought, we've still got downstairs, is the Xbox One or whatever. What does a console cost? The PlayStation these days, and how much does a game cost?
Game costs depending on who makes it. So Sony charge €80, so that'd be 70 pounds for a first party game, so like a Last of Us or Uncharted or something. Second party games, or third party games, so if Ubisoft or Rockstar makes it, it'd be £60.
In the console,
well, here PS5 is €500, so I think it's 440, £450. Yeah,
which is, to be fair, Peter, a couple of figures, a couple of hot toys, isn't it?
Yeah, not even 2.
Yeah. James,
spent
am
more
I jumping?
on less, So
Am I jumping the gun? Have you got news about a Marvel game that's coming? Or
Yes, 2
Yeah.
Marvel games. Yeah.
okay, all right. I'll hold my
James,
tongue. But
do we know what this
oh.
city based on in Grand Theft Auto? Which
So
city?
I believe it's gonna start. I think it's going to be Vice City, and they're going to add cities. This is something I've always wanted to do, and I've never understood why they didn't before. They'll add cities gradually over the next couple of years. So, like,
this will be online as well, because that was a big part of the last.
It will have an online mode, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
expanded version
that
of
keep going.
yeah.
So.
But yeah, so I think you'll have Vice City, Los Santos, Liberty City, and everything available 2 years after it comes out, so it's going to be exciting. But I'm also really interested to see a female perspective of this world, because a lot of the time I play Grand Theft Auto, I'll like obey traffic laws, and I'll just go like bring my son.
Obey traffic laws.
Yeah, I honestly, like I have spent an entire day multiple times, driving around obeying traffic laws, like bringing my son to the cinema and then going playing tennis with my wife, and then going out for drinks later. And then hit strip club at night. Honestly, this is like God, the Battle came out in 2013.
This is all making your story earlier about speaking to girls seem even less unlikely, James.
Well, the girls were in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, right. So it was the girls of Grand Theft Auto.
You know when they say this game creates psychopaths.
So it'd be exciting. Right, so this one's exciting. This is a game called the Callisto Protocol. It's has anybody ever played Dead Space? Ever heard of a game called Dead Space?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So it's sort of a spiritual successor to that. It's a lot of the team behind the original Dead Space, but it's like a third-person horror sci-fi game, kind of a lot of alien vibes to it. But it got a release date trailer yesterday, I believe. It's out on December 2nd, and some of the cast was announced. Josh Duhamel, I think that's his name. He's from the first Transformers movie.
All right, yeah.
I think that's him. He's the main character. Karen Fukuhara from The Boys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's in it, and Sam Witwer is in it as well, which I just found out 5 minutes ago. So I'm excited about that.
Why
so
you've got that image?
That's why you have that image. So interesting cast, and I think Dead Space is an amazing series.
What's the story plot? It's like a moon sort of Dead Space sort of on a ship with aliens?
Yeah, I think it's on a ship with aliens. Basically, it's Dead Space, but they don't have the license for Dead Space, so they're just doing this new story. But it's also it's set in the same world as PUBG.
Oh,
so PUBG is player-known battlegrounds. It's like this big multiplayer battle arena game. But this game is somehow connected to that, but it's not because it's set in the future. I don't know why they're connected, but apparently they are. But it's a single-player game. This one, so. It's out December 2nd. Looks really cool. So here we go. Motive and EA are producing a Iron Man single-player Iron Man game. So Motive is the studio that did. They worked on Battlefront 2. They did Star Wars Squadrons, and funny enough, they're actually doing the Dead Space remake. Actually, so another reason Dead Space is here. But I'm really excited about this now. I think. When you focus on one character, you can really go in depth on them. Like that's why I didn't care much for Avengers, but the Spider-Man game I really like.
Spider-Man games are unreal.
Yeah, seeing a game just focused on Iron Man, I think is going to be really cool.
I think it's just that like he just suits that like open world navigation, like the way he can just fly about, and because like one of the things I used to always do on GTA was get a jetpack.
Yeah.
And Iron Man always has a jetpack on his body, so I'm excited. Also, I'll once we've done James's bit, I've got some breaking One Sip Skill news that I want to say. Literally, I've just seen.
Oh,
okay.
So come back to me.
Is that you telling us to hurry James on? Yeah.
No. James, take your time.
Excuse me.
I
don't take an hour with this thing, So.
That's a nice slide. That's a slide.
There we go. Reader, goddamn.
This is so random, by the way. This
one, right? So from one Marvel game to another. So this is a Skydance Media. It's a film company, but they set up a game studio a couple of years ago, and they're doing a Captain America Black Panther game set in World War II. So there's 4 playable characters: Captain America, Black Panther, but it's Azuri, I think. It's T'Challa's grandfather.
Right.
Then there's a Howling Commando and Dora Milaje. And it seems to be based on a comic book from 2010 called Flags of Our Father, which was a Black Panther World War II story with Captain America in it. So it's sort of... No, I think it's single player. So I think you just take turns playing as these characters, and it's being led by Amy Hennig, who's the creator of Uncharted, and she's known for single player focused. I think there'd be a lot of like bombastic action sequences and a good story. So this one's one that's definitely on my radar. I'm really excited to see more about this.
It does feel random, but I agree with Ben. I'm looking forward. I'm a sucker for a Captain America game. So
yeah,
interesting.
But it must be solid because it's such a weird concept. Like for them to put hundreds of millions of dollars into it, they must have had a really good pitch. So it'd be exciting.
That's definitely Cap.
Yeah.
That's Cap, yeah. It is Cap.
Yeah.
To be fair, like I imagine how cool it's going to be playing as one of the Dora Milaje, like swinging that spear around, and that's going to be pretty cool.
I'm looking forward to this.
Don't actually, Simon, can you almost take the lead on this? All I really know about it is it's the Breath of the Wild sequel. It's called Tears of the Kingdom. So that's all I really know about it. It's just this was a big thing, and I thought I should throw some.
I've never played a Zelda game.
The Breath of the Wild games are amazing. You should really play them, Peter, if you have a Switch or anything.
I think my son's got a Switch.
Yeah, get playing on it.
I would say he likely has this, then has the first one anyway.
Yeah, the games are so fun and amazing.
Good stuff. Ben, did you want to come in with some comic book news? 1/6 scale breaking news.
Yeah. So Trick or Treat Studios have just posted a 1/6 scale deluxe figure of Sam from Trick or Treat.
That's funny.
So I am really, really happy and excited with that because he's going to be a great addition to
your horror shelf.
To the horror shelf. And Trick or Treat Studios tend to be reasonably priced as well. So he's got a nice base there, but I can't imagine that being too expensive. So yeah, I'm buzzing with that. I do feel bad though because I follow a customizer. I forget his name, but he's literally just finished a Sam figure, and then now they're like
released one. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, guys. This is not the end of the show. We're just doing plugs halfway through rather than at the end, so we can catch everybody. As I mentioned in last week's show, I'm trying to promote YouTubers in the UK who do live shows. So just wanted to mention that we've got This Week in Metropolis tomorrow at 9:00. They're interviewing the creator from Lesser Known Comics. I don't know if you guys have read any of Lesser Known Comics. They sent me some freebies a little while ago, and they're really interesting stuff. So worth checking out that show tomorrow. Wednesday, we've got the Nerd Herd Comic Book Club, where they're looking at the Vampire State Building. I think that's by... what do you call him? Thingy Adler, the guy who did Walking Dead Art.
Charlie Adler,
yeah. Worth checking out the Nerd Herd's feed. They've done a lot of changes to their channel just in the last week or so, where they're bringing in a lot of content from other channels, so well worth checking that out. We've got the Killer Comics show on Thursday at 9:00, I believe. And then we have got Gray over on Saturday, who's doing his Cover Slingers show. So please do make sure you check that out. On this channel, we do a live show every week. So next week we're doing What You're Watching. I'm pretty much going to be focusing on Werewolf by Night because that comes out, I think, is it the end of this week or start of next week?
Friday.
That's wrapped up very soon, didn't it? Quickly.
Yeah, I think that's this Friday. So we'll cover that then, a little bit of She-Hulk and a little bit of Andor, potentially. Week after that, we've got the Geek Report, and the week after that, we've got What If, where we're melding together or putting in the same story Frankenstein and Michael Myers. Also, each Wednesday this month, we've got our horror picks. We're filming the last one of those on Saturday. So we've got all 4 now coming out, like I say, every Wednesday, where we'll look at our favorite horror movies. So please do check those out. They are long videos, but they're worth it. James, what's this?
So I have a new video out. It's the kind of look at the Uncharted, The Last of Us trailer that just came out for the HBO series. So I kind of just go through and pick out a few Easter eggs and give my kind of overall thoughts about it.
Tremendous. Looking forward to seeing that. I haven't caught up with that one yet, so I'll watch that. Ben, what's this?
Yeah, so this is just a video I put together, just documenting Huddersfield Comic Con, which was just a cute local Comic Con up north here, and I had the pleasure of hosting some of the Q&As on stage and meeting up with my favourite Ginger Geordie geek as well, who makes a cameo. So yeah, just a little video of that. And then my first kind of Andor review episode. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to come back for every 3 episodes. So once we've got episode 4, 5, 6, I'm going to come back and do a quick review on that. And then obviously subsequent episodes after. So, but you can see what my thoughts are for the introduction of the series over on my channel.
Still not caught up with it. I need to get it watched this week.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
Simon, I know you've got your channel in planning phase. Is that right?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okie dokie, mate. Okie dokie. Mark's just commenting on your video there.
Thanks,
Thank
Mark.
you very much, Mark.
Appreciate
Thanks for
it,
joining, mate. Okay,
and congrats
guys.
to Mark as well.
Yeah. Mark's hit
1K.
over 1,000 subs. I believe it is. So congratulations, Mark. Very pleased for you, mate. Next, we have got show and tell. So this is a bit where we'll just show off a toy that's in our collection or something we've recently picked up, and we'll start with James. What you got to show with James?
So Peter, there was a video we did a few months ago, and I was showing my vinyl collection, my video game soundtrack vinyl collection, and you made a little jab at me about, I bet you're going to get the Uncharted movie soundtrack. Now the joke, of course, being that I don't like the Uncharted movie or the music in it, but I have such a passion for the series that, of course, I would get a vinyl of the Uncharted movie. And sure enough, they announced a vinyl for the Uncharted movie, and I got the vinyl for the Uncharted movie. So it's 1 in 1,000. It's number 28, I believe, out of 1,000. I don't know why I got this. I just had to because it's Uncharted, I guess. But also, I didn't know that. I saw the name on it a few days ago, Ramin Djawadi, right? And earlier today, I was listening to some Game of Thrones music, and I saw the name Ramin Djawadi, and I was like, oh, no way. So it turns out he's actually the musician from Game of Thrones. He actually did the theme song and all the music in the show. So I was actually shocked to hear that because I don't think this is very good. But the Game of Thrones music is obviously amazing. And the House of the Dragon music he did as well. So that's one. And then I've had these for a while, but I haven't been on show and tell for a couple of things, so I haven't gotten to show them off yet. But I have listening to you guys talk about 1/6 figures all the time. I just went on a bit of a binge. Yeah. So I got a clicker from The Last of Us.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's part 2. Cool. It doesn't have any it's third-party CC Toys. It doesn't have any accessories, but I don't think it really needs it, to be honest. Really good paint apps, and the head sculpt is really cool. And the blood
looks awesome.
Yeah, I love it. So
what accessories would it have, just out of interest? Like a laptop?
I don't know, removable vest. I mean, you could remove the vest, but there's no paint on the. I shouldn't take that seriously, should I? Anyway, of course, I got a Joel to go with it. So he's got his little revolver and his thing. I'm shocked by the accessories that come with these things. These are for a third party as well. I think there's like a brick. I put a brick in his bag, but there's like a bottle, like a Molotov cocktail, and I don't even know what that's sticking out there.
Who made that, James?
CC Toys.
Yeah, right.
Shotgun, and there's 10 different things in his box that I haven't taken out as well. And then I have an Ellie as well to go with that. So,
hey, mind you've kept these quiet, haven't you?
Yeah.
They've been up here for the last few videos that I've done. I'm pretty sure I sent you pictures of these. I got them. Yeah, so it's got an Ellie, you got the backpack.
She got a rack on
pipe and everything. So many accessories. And the thing that stunned me about this was, right, so in the game, Ellie has like a little notebook you can look at, and she does little pictures and stuff. And they give you the notebook, and in the notebook, every single page is accurate to what's in the game. Like every single page is even like the lyrics of the Sean James song that she writes in it is in there. It's just insane.
That's detail.
For a third party, like look, the entire page, every single page is full. Like it's.
You sing the song for us.
Maybe someday. If I hit 1,000, I will sing The Guardian.
Oh, yeah.
for everybody.
There you go. You heard it, YouTube. Everybody go sub to James
Yeah.
so we can get him singing live.
So that's them, and then I got a Sly Cooper Funko Pop recently as well. So I got that. So
What's that? Sorry.
Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper. It's a video game.
All right. Okay.
Got a Funko Pop. I know you hate Funko Pops and everyone who collects them, but I like them.
Yeah, for any Funko Pops collectors out there, don't hate everybody that collects them. Okie dokie. Tremendous pickups. Well done, James. Okie dokie. Simon, what have you got?
Okie dokie. So I've got two things here with me. This one I've just unboxed, and I think it's really cool. It's a Hal Jordan.
Oh, nice.
He's got this fist that you can put on him in a jetpack. I just think it looks really cool.
Yeah. That's a good one.
McFarlane, is it?
Yeah, so Tom McFarlane toys.
Good.
They're really good. And then this one I really like, purely because they've just made a big announcement on a load of others. And they come in like a videotape box, they do, but in Mr. Sinister.
Oh, yeah.
That was nice. I love those videotape boxes.
All over
They're
that.
so cool. The VHSs.
Yeah, they're so cool. The boxes are. So
That is
yeah,
nice.
one of my faves. This one.
Over that back in the day.
So, and that's all I've got.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I like it. And I know we're going to show an image later on of the Cyclops that they've got coming up from Marvel Legends. Yeah, some tremendous figures. Ben, what you got?
Just the one little thing. So, of course, I've got my Nightmare Before Christmas collection, which is kind of comprised of John Planning, which is basically how they marketed it in Japan, and Diamond Select, which is how they market it for the Western market. But they're deluxe. They're called dolls, but they're not dolls. And I picked up the latest one for the collection, which is a Zero.
Ooh, wow.
So yeah, here he is. Quite nice. Comes on this little stand, so you can kind of articulate it, I guess. The only thing is, I don't like the base. So it comes on this wooden base, which is it's like a dark brown as well. So it's not even black. So it just doesn't match with anything else in the collection. You can take him off that, and I can.
I'm scared here now.
I'm going to work on that, but you can take him on that as well.
Very cool. Still not seen that film.
Oh,
have you never seen it, no?
Oh, you've got to watch it for this Christmas or Halloween. Yeah, watch it for Halloween.
I'll watch it at Halloween.
Till Christmas.
I think you should watch it. Watch that Christmas.
I mean, it's relevant throughout the year.
I'll watch it.
As far as I'm concerned.
Right then. So, what have I picked up? I've got this. I think I told you about this a while ago. This is can't see. This is Chew, the board game. So this is based on a comic book that I absolutely love, about a guy who, if he eats something, so he eats bits of dead bodies, he finds out about their life story and stuff. So pick that up. It's a card game to play. But the thing I think I've shown on Instagram, which I'm going to destroy, and it was the bane of my life, is I built my Lego Optimus Prime. I hate Lego. I absolutely friggin' hate Lego.
What made you buy it then?
It's Optimus Prime. So I felt I had to get it because it's Prime. But like I say, it took us a while to build, and it keeps falling apart, and the joints are all loose. You can't hold his gun.
Yeah, you must not have built it properly then.
Yeah, it looks nice, but yeah.
I thought you would just go get the proper robot one.
Oh, James, you're right. James, you're right. I've just pushed his arm in, and it's like a ratchet joint. But this is about my 5th or 6th different version of Prime. So he'll stand next to all my other Prime. So he is quite nice. You get the axe and everything, and you get, if you open his chest, he's got the Matrix, the leadership inside, and all that kind of jazz.
Have you seen the robot transforming one that actually transforms?
This one transforms. You can put him in cook mode.
But this one does it by itself.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's absolutely amazing.
Is it Roblox or something?
Yeah, it's very expensive, but it is
very expensive. They're apparently doing a Buzz Lightyear.
What does Buzz transform into?
It doesn't. It's a robotic Buzz Lightyear.
Right.
Like he'll talk to you and do all sorts. Yeah.
Interesting stuff.
Mm.
So yeah, so that's my recent pickup of Optimus Prime. Right, guys. So moving on, we'll go on to small scale figures. Simon, you're going to take
You just put that in straight after my logo.
Yeah. Tell me about these then.
So this is we've had a Hasbro Con, I think it was, just recently, and they did loads of cool announcements of their new set of figures. Obviously they've got a lot of lines. They've got Transformers and everything, but these ones in particular is you've got more release set of a bit like my Sinister of the X-Men Uncanny, and I absolutely love that Cyclops. It's on my pre-order list. Definitely going to get it. And and then you've got your Ironheart as well, which is what we were all thinking. Oh, is this going to be what the movie looks? The X-Men figures just look absolutely amazing. They really do, and I want more. I actually saw they've released the Apocalypse one already, and I saw that in one of the shops and HMV, I think, and I was like, I nearly bought it. I really did because it looks so cool.
That Cyclops looks phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've pre-ordered the Wolverine as well. There's a Wolverine coming out, and they look so like from the '90s version cartoon.
Yeah.
They look so detailed and so cool. My first figure was a Cyclops, so definitely be getting this one.
Looks good. I stuck this one in, Simon, just because after I saw the figure.
There's a bit of backlash behind this, isn't there? So basically, Hasbro announced Mojo. Not Mojo. Mojo.
That's a figure I want.
As like a whole set with, and I think it was about 190 quid or something stupid, and and obviously what's happened is not many people were pre-ordering it or buying it, and so what they've gone and done is released all the figures individually. So this retails about £55, I think. So,
but it's a fairly hefty figure. I mean, I saw it on someone's shelf on a video or whatever, and it looks pretty impressive.
But what I mean is, I feel sorry for like those who have bought the, I mean, they got like a little squashed up Wolverine with it, like that.
Who doesn't want to squash
the Scotty Young Wolverine, isn't it?
Yeah.
From X Babies.
Yeah, X Babies.
So
X Babies was before Scotty Young, And
obviously the long shot and everything like that. So anyone buying that and then Hasbro go and do this and releasing them individually is a bit annoying, I suppose. But it's not on my radar. I'm not after it. But yeah, he looks like it takes up too much space for me.
Yeah. Every time I look at that body, I'm reminded of something, but I'm not sure what.
Fuck the time you dressed up as Sonic.
Now these are absolutely incredible. So we've got Indiana Jones. I think
I didn't see this one.
Yeah, you didn't see this?
Yeah, Hasbro's doing Indiana Jones now.
Yeah. This is Hasbro. Yeah, like a whole set for
nice
old school Indiana Jones, and it looks absolutely unreal and amazing. I think loads of people. I can see this pre-order selling out.
I think so.
And then your old school Daredevil set with Bullseye and Elektra. So a three-piece set.
Remind us, Ben, probably. Bullseye, is his costume meant to be blue in the middle like that?
There's one. Yeah, there was a period.
It just looks odd
with the blue or whatever.
I always thought it was all black. So.
I have to say, I do like the look of that little set with the three of them in. It looks tremendous.
Yeah, the Daredevil figure looks great. I don't think we've had a classic Daredevil in a long time. So
the Indiana Jones staff head, right? Just it's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like it's like the head, right? So it's just like the top, and they've got this weird stand with it that's got like 3 holes, then 1 hole, so like 4 holes, and you can put it in any of the holes
each
you
hole.
want,
Yeah.
but then there's nothing else to go in the other holes. It's just shit. Like it lit.
The stand.
Peter,
I was so
clip that.
I was so excited when it was like, Indiana Jones, we're going to be doing role play stuff like Black Series, Marvel Legends, and I was like, oh, wicked, we're going to get the fertility statue or something like that, and like here's the top of the staff and weird base to stick it in.
What do you reckon?
Did you watch PulseCon, by the way?
No.
The presenters made me want to end my life.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it?
Why did they?
That good. That good.
And they kept doing this weird thing where like they'd project, like they were obviously in like a green screen studio or whatever, and they'd like project in like a big thing, and they were like looking at it like as if it was real, like, oh man, like I was like, do you think we're a bunch of dickheads? Like it was so stupid, it was so juvenile, and it was so forced and false. And if Hasbro are watching this,
They're not
give me a call.
Yeah. I mean, Ian is saying there, don't forget he snapped the stuff in half in the front, so maybe you get other bits to put in it, potentially. And Mark, quite rightly, is saying it's very annoying when you have a hole with nothing to put in it. Couldn't agree more, Mark. Couldn't agree more.
You say hole.
The level of our chat, the sophistication.
And so these are 2 other announcements. Obviously, the Ghost Rider has been announced before the Hasbro Con. It's on the HasLabs, and it looks amazing. The only thing they've added on this is you can change to
see how it's doing.
The guy's face as well, as you can change to normal wheels on the car. But other than that, it's still not made its backing, and it's 350 quid.
And the Mephisto is the stretch goal, isn't it?
Yes.
So yeah,
350 for the car and the Ghost Rider.
But what scale is this? This is literally a legend.
Way too much.
Your legend scale with the car.
That's way too much. That's
the accessories obviously making the car normal and its normal face, but
still,
it is. It's over.
Hot toy for that.
For the backing, and it's at 5,000. It's got to make 9,000 is the target.
5.5.
Trying to get there. It's at 5,447.
Really?
Yeah.
That's better than I thought it was going to do. To be honest, I thought it was going to tank, but it might do it. It's still got 28 days left, so
I wouldn't be paying 350 for that.
No.
The thing with these HasLab things is, I feel like everyone who would want it kind of jumps on it and backs it pretty much straight away, because you don't have to pay anything until it's obviously goes through.
Yeah.
So like,
for retail.
It would be very weird for it to jump like 5,000 tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? Like, because most people have now backed it if they want it.
Has anyone actually received the Galactus one yet? Because obviously that was from ages ago. So
that's not come out yet. It's not been shipped yet. It's coming. It's coming because they did a video the other day showing it off. It's still a couple of months away, I think.
Do unscrupulous types bid on these things because they think it's going to have a big resale value if it because it's quite limited?
Oh yeah. You'll get scalpers getting these things, and because if you go on eBay now and type in HasLab, like nothing is at the HasLab price. Do you know what I mean? Like Sentinels and things like that are all at like 1K.
It's just for me such a strange figure to pick as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm out of touch, but I don't know how popular this character is. But I might have been tempted if it was a Johnny Blaze on a Hell Cycle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think
you can already get the future space Hell Cycle. You can Johnny Blaze. The
Ghost Rider.
That's not Johnny Blaze. Yeah. Come on now, Simon.
Yeah.
Do I need to take you to story time?
I know it's not Johnny Blaze, but one thing I do think HasLab should do is re-release the Ranacore that failed, because I think they did it at the wrong time. Because when I think people actually did want that figure, and a lot of people actually said, "Oh, actually, we did want that figure," even though it didn't meet the backing. People didn't realise. So
no, the Rancor was just too expensive. Like they dropped the ball on the price. You know, like the thing is with these things, drop 50 quid off and it immediately sounds nicer. Like $299 sounds nicer than 350.
Yeah.
Like it's.
So how long has this got left?
28 days.
Do us a favour then, Simon, because you know my brain's like remind us for the next show and come back and let us know how it's done. Be interested to see if it actually gets through.
How long has it been up?
A week, I think it was like last week.
I doubt it. I don't think it'll hit it at this stage. You want to be 3
because the proton pack like pretty much made what it needed to make, and then it started on its stretch goals like almost immediately. So
I put these two in, Simon, and I've failed already because I can't remember who makes the Dungeons and Dragons figures. Did any of you guys watch this original cartoon Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, loved it.
I was talking to girls.
Oh,
Again.
No, you wouldn't. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's basically a group of kids who get transported via a theme park ride into this land, and they've got to face off against Venga, I think he's called.
Yeah.
The Venga boys are coming.
And it's a tremendous series, and they've not made many figures on it. So I saw this release over the moon. A bit like Luke said a little while ago with his was it the Doc Connors Spider-Man figure?
Lizard.
The Lizard, the Dungeon Master and the main bad guy are store exclusives over in America, which I find incredibly frustrating because I have to say I'd pick all of these up. I know they're not the best looking figures. They look a bit naff, but just to have those characters represented for me would be tremendous. So
even the little unicorn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Uni.
He was like the best.
Yeah. Now I put this image on because Simon sent us this on Instagram a while ago, and my God, I love it, Simon. It's I don't have any statues at the moment.
The
but
Iron Studios.
It was custom. I think I saw it like unboxing something. It was called I don't know.
It's the Fallen, isn't it? From Cosmic Ghost Rider, Thanos. I just love it. I think there's something about Silver Surfer in that black kind of sheen, which I just think looks amazing, and obviously holding Marnia. So like them a lot. Oh,
just like that sentence. So this is Todd McFarlane, big 4x4 that they're releasing with the Batman.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh, he's really leaning into the death metal comics, isn't he? That's what it's
Is that what that's from, Ben? Is it the death metal?
I think,
yeah.
I mean, I like the fact that the tread on the tires is bats. That looks pretty cool.
I didn't even notice that. That is cool.
Yeah. But it just looks shit. And what's this other figure? That looks quite
it's Destroyed Iron Man.
Fair enough.
I think it's. I'll do Simon's job for him.
I posted it to me earlier.
I think it's SH Fig Arts.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool. Looks cool. Oh, Simon.
Metroid Prime.
Figma.
Yeah, Figma.
Yeah.
So for anyone who hasn't played the game, I think the figure looks absolutely amazing.
And is that what scale is that?
So that would be a little bit smaller than Marvel Legends. That's like 5-inch. It's a Japanese company. They usually do like Japanese franchises. So like there's a few Sony ones that they have, but it's like slightly smaller than a Marvel Legend anyway.
Looks very cool. I like it.
They're about 100 quid. So
I don't like it that much.
By the time we're done with the import fees and everything, we pay more.
I'll leave that one. And I popped this one on. I've not heard of Boss Fight before, but this is a bit of my childhood right here. This is from Fraggle Rock. You guys all watch Fraggle Rock?
No. I was talking to girls.
Yes. Yeah.
How can you not have watched Fraggle Rock?
That is
James.
Are you trying to push that as your catchphrase? Because I don't think it's.
No. Well, it's just not believable.
No, I just never cared for Muppets or Sesame Street or any of the Jim Henson stuff. Really, as a kid. Never watched them.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
Just
Ignore
go
the
and
threat.
watch the intro song for Fraggle Rock, James. When
I'll
we
probably
finished
recognize
here
the song from like
on
Family
YouTube
Guy or
because it's
something.
tremendous. I had one of these when I was much younger, a little wind-up one, and I just loved the look of that. I just thought it looks superb. So, again, good kind of childhood memories for me. So yeah, I think I might pick one of them up, depending on the price.
Is that Fraggle?
How dare you? No,
What
that's
character-
a
what
that's a
character is
doozer.
it?
I think the little builders basically.
Okay,
Yeah, looks superb.
cool.
Okay, guys, that's whack.
Cool.
Thank you very much. We've had another good, interesting talk. Just wanted to mention to people that we are doing a gathering on the 31st of October. We're going to do a Halloween hangout. Pretty much trying to talk about all things spooky, ghost related. I want as many people on the live as possible. So if anybody's interested in joining, let us know. How many can we have on StreamYard? Anyone know?
9.
9?
I think.
9, is it? Yeah. So hopefully going to have 9 people on screen when we talk about ghosts and goblins. Going to do that at the later time of 9 o'clock, just to allow people to get dressed up, because I am going to ask guests to wear costume. And that's it.
That's it now. Let's put everyone off from
That's
who
it.
was going to come on.
Only the cool
No
people
one's gonna do
then
that.
will join now. That's what we're aiming for. So yeah. So thank you very much, guys. Really do appreciate. Oh, hang on, what's this, Mr. Dean? If not Fraggle Rock, what did you even sing? Exactly.
Saved
James.
by the
You've never
Bell
lived.
theme
You've
song.
never lived. So, chaps, thank you very much. Another good episode. We've talked a lot there. Some good figures coming out. So I do appreciate that. Can I just say thank you to everybody in the chat? You've been great. We just know Ben will outdo us all. Very true, Ian, mate. Very true. So yeah. So thank you very much, guys. And with that, we will call it a night. If I can find me exit. There we are.
Goodbye.
All right, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.